What's good, what's happening, what's up with you? It's the one and only Really, and welcome to Everything No Niche. Now, I got a video that I wanted to talk about something real quick. It's not going to be in depth too much. I just wanted to say something. I don't know if I'm even going to put this video out, but I'm just, usually with these type of topics, I like to write like a little script, little bullet point video, whatever like that, just to make sure I say everything that's on my mind. But I was like, you know what, since I was just listening to a podcast and I was like, they were starting to talk about the Big Sean album leak. And it just made me think about, you know what, since I was about to record anyway, I should low-key kind of talk about that. First and foremost, I think that is foul, that whoever that leaked that album leaked it. I think that's messed up. I think that's if they did it on some stan stuff, like, being a stan of Ye, I don't think that's cool, especially since he hasn't been in the, hasn't been a positive figure in the, public light. So you're going to be a toxic fan and decide to somehow, some way leak his music. That's kind of messed up. But especially for Big Sean of all people, somebody that don't bother nobody, don't do nothing, like he really be chilling, probably chilling a little too much, but I don't know. But my main thing is that I really wanted to talk about on this video is just listening to leak albums and the act of leaking albums or sharing a leak album. I don't think it's cool, and that's coming from not just a music lover and a fan, but also as an artist. I can just imagine how annoyed I would be knowing that something like what happened to Big Sean, if that would have happened to me if I was at like a certain caliber, like I can just imagine like how annoying it would be having an unfinished album out where I got all the beats together, there's a bunch of open verses where there's nothing there, or a bunch of verses where there's mumbling and stuff and me mumbling words and kind of figuring out what I'm going to say in these little verse spots or whatever like that. Half written verses, half recorded verses, not full delivered verses or whatever like that. That would be annoying to find out the album that I've been working on for months just get leaked. You feel me? So I feel for the bigger artists who have to worry about stuff like that. Because I know one day I want to be in that position. So as an artist, it's annoying to hear that and see that, and I think that's foul. I think that's very dirty. I think that's stealing. I think that's a lot of you niggas y'all need to get smacked for doing stuff like that. You really should you should be ashamed of yourself. You really should be shunned, to be honest. And I think specifically for the dude that leaked his album, and because I know this is really about, like, the real topic is about listening to leak albums, and then the people that leak albums, that's the real topic right now. But it's like I'm gonna keep going back to that, and I you know what, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say about that because this is gonna be on YouTube or whatever like that, and I don't want to say nothing because they might be like, is this inciting violence or whatever like that. But anyway, I just think that's real just lame of just doing that. But also on the flip side, let's say the album get leaked. People that listen to leaks, I think that's really stupid because you don't know what you're listening to. You're listening to an unmixed and unmastered version of a song. Especially if it's something that's new. Now, I know I downloaded a leak, like, fake album of like a bunch of old Kendrick Lamar leaks I think it's called Unfinished and Unmastered or something like that. And it's like it's just a compilation of different leaked songs from like the past like 6 years or something like that. I'm going to listen to that because of the fact that I know some of those songs were part of the Damn era. I know some of those songs were part of the Mr. Morale era, and he's probably not gonna, listen to those anymore. He might not listen to those, or he might not even release those anymore. Now, to the artists, if any artists end up watching this video, I think forget the whole record label stuff. This is why I low-key wish that we were still in the blog era, because that's moments like that is when we do need a Dat Piff or live mixtape and audio Mac being popular, because when it's situations like that, they could have easily made a little mixtape of the leaked songs that they wasn't gonna release. Like we probably could have gotten if we still would have had like Dat Piff around and it was as pivotal as it was, we probably could have gotten little quick little mixtape from Kendrick between Damn and Mr. Morale and Best Steppers, we probably wouldn't have had to wait that long. We probably would have gotten a mixtape in 2019 or 2020 during the pandemic of like a bunch of those leaked songs. You know what I'm saying? It probably would have been like a full, untitled, unmastered. He probably would have put like a clearer version of Cartoons of Cereal on there. Maybe some other songs that could have been on Good Kid, other songs that could have been on To Pimp a Butterfly or something like that. But I gotta stop thinking like that, because To Pimp a Butterfly, those songs for sure, like we probably got those with their untitled, unmastered. But anyway, just listening to leaked songs, like I said, you don't know what you're getting. You could be getting the unfinished version, you could be getting the unmastered version, and you're ruining the experience for when you get the album. Like, you might be getting the album, you heard this leaked song, you might got 3 leaked songs in your playlist or on your computer, on your phone, whatever, that you've been listening to for months. And then when this artist finally decide to release this album, you may think the songs not on that album, you might be disappointed or whatever like that, because the song titles itself might not be the same song titles that you got, from the leaked versions. The leaked version might have a totally different song title, and then you listen to the album, and then when you going through the album, and then you find it, you end up going, like, let's say track 4 is one of your favorite songs that has been leaked, and you're listening to it, and it's like, this don't really sound the same. Like, something is off about it, something is different about it. A good example is like the song Algorithm by Childish Gambino. I really like the leaked version of Algorithm, but when I listen to, since he just recently like titled the album, it's called Hasta Vista, but it wasn't called that at first. It was like a timestamp, like a date or whatever at one point. But that album, I don't like that version of Algorithm. I really hate it, kind of, because the way the choir comes in, it's kind of like a deep, dark voice, and I don't like it. I like the regular version of it. I like the regular version of when like he's singing on it, and it's like, I don't know, it's just something about it, and it sounds kind of off. So like, just imagine some of your favorite albums. Like, just imagine hearing Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. You know what? I want to use a newer album, something newer that's kind of popping. Let me look around. Imagine Igor getting leaked by Tyler the Creator. Imagine that getting leaked, and you hearing like the version where he's mumbling on songs or whatever like that, and some of the production isn't full. That's another thing. I'm talking about lyrics, but what if some of the production itself isn't full? Maybe they wanted to change something different with the production, and you didn't got used to hearing the leaked version, but when the official version drops, you just kind of, your mind just, you can't really accept it. Shout out to the Budden Podcast. There's one phrase that they use on there, which is called demo-itis. This is one reason why I wouldn't really want to send music to anybody or get sent any music from anybody, because I don't want to hear the early version of a song that you're gonna drop in like 3 months on your album, and it may not sound the same. Like, it may sound totally different when you mix and master it. It may be literally the same everything, the same instrumental, the same verses, the same delivery and everything, the way it was recorded or whatever like that. But when it finally releases, it's just something about the mix, something about the master. It don't hit. It's something like the echo, the reverb in it may not hit the same. It may, I don't know, the drums, something's wrong with the drums, the kick, the snare, or the clap, or whatever they decide to use. It may not sound right. The bass line may not sound right. The 808, so I don't know. I don't agree with hearing things early. I don't agree with hearing leaks. I low-key kind of don't agree with snippets neither, because snippets in a way kind of ruin the experience as well. Because like, one thing these artists, I'm gonna end up having to play the little snippet game when it comes to promoting, but I don't like it, because one thing about snippets is that you can listen to the snippets so much where I feel like it will ruin the experience when you finally get the song, or you finally get the album, and it's like, you done play the snippet so much that you done got tired of it, and then you done ruin you're gonna not listen to it that much, so you didn't ruin streaming numbers and you didn't ruin sales for that particular artist that you really liked and you wanted to listen to. You know, for that whatever that you was waiting on, you're gonna ruin that. And artists, think about it from your perspective, you're gonna ruin your numbers doing that. So I don't really care for snippets like that neither. So that's why I like when Kendrick Lamar dropped his Not Like Us music video, and he did that he dropped that little snippet at the beginning. I ain't play that snippet too much. I played it quite a few times. That was a certain video that I've listened to. It was like a video that I watched on Twitter where it was like a little snippet of that whole little snippet or whatever, and it kept playing on the loop. And I let it play for like a little bit, and then I felt like a week or two later I sent a TikTok with that same like snippet, but they must have went into like Pro Tools or Fruit Loops or whatever like that, and they like morphed the snippets together so it can sound longer, and like they did their thing with that and it made it longer. And it was on the video. Matter of fact, it was a TikTok from the dude it was the two dudes that was sitting there dancing in like the crates in that music video. It was those guys that they didn't do the edits to the song, but they did it they used the little snippet for that that little dancing video that they posted on TikTok. Anyway, I listened to that snippet a few times, the way that was edited, and it almost sounded like a full song. But I was like, you know what, let me stop listening to it, because if he drop an album in August and that song is on the album, best believe I'm going to have that song on repeat. So really listening to songs early, whether it's a leak, whether it's a snippet, or rather it's somebody just sending you the song quite early, I don't agree with it. And it should be a universal thought. It shouldn't be a thing of, okay, me don't agree with it because I'm a super music fan, or me because I'm an artist. Like, nah, it just shouldn't be a thing that should be happening. So yeah, but anyway, I hope I really articulated everything that I really wanted to say. I didn't write nothing down for this, I just spoke my mind. I hope when I edit this doesn't get me annoyed. Hopefully I can go ahead and edit this, and I'm gonna try to upload this week. I got 3 original videos I'm gonna upload this week. One is about the 2024 album so far and songs so far. It's like music so far this year. And then I got another one of like what Drake and Kendrick should do after the whole little situation. I gotta upload those too fast because July is almost over, so we 7 months in now. So we passed the halfway mark, and then I gotta go ahead and upload that before the other video, before out of nowhere we end up hearing Kendrick got a pre-order link for the new album coming August 20 something, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he drop it in August. Hopefully it sound like Not Like Us, and that little snippet hopefully is up tempo. He said he's not out savoring that in that last album, so hopefully we get hits this time around. So anyway, man, it's the one on the code really. Shout out to Big Shawn. Hope you do see this video, and shout out to any artists out there, especially any artists that have gotten that music leak, any music fans that feel the same way that I do. Let me know in the comment section what you think, how you feel about any of this stuff. And yeah, man, it's the one on the code really. Thank y'all for watching. Follow me on all my socials at code really, especially Instagram and Twitter, because I be on there the most. And yeah, I'm out.